Hi, good evening, everybody. My name's Jane, and it's my pleasure tonight with my colleague Philo to take you through some information linked to a rather remarkable company called Forever. But before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about myself and how I come to be working with this incredible company. Let me take you back over 20 years ago. I was a single mum with two little boys, and I was working incredibly long, physically hard hours. My background was in farming, horses, sheep, and large farm estate management. And whilst I loved what I was doing, like so many people, I was working hard for a boss rather than being in control of my own financial future. And I remember as if it were yesterday, waking up one morning and thinking, there has got to be more to life than working hard for somebody else. So I decided at that moment in time, it was time to look around to see if there was any other options, anything else that I could do. And I looked at all sorts of things, but nothing really resonated with me. I looked at going back to uni to train as a vet. I looked at franchising. I looked at traditional business. I looked at different jobs, but nothing really resonated with me or seemed to be able to give me the kind of lifestyle I was looking for. And then one evening, out of the blue, I got a phone call from a friend of mine, and he started talking to me about this incredible company called Forever. And I must admit, I was somewhat skeptical, healthily skeptical, I have to say, but I decided to go along and have a look. And I was absolutely mesmerized by what I was shown. It was absolutely incredible. I got all my questions answered. I got started on a very, very part-time basis. And within 8 months of working this business part-time, I have managed to replace my full-time income of 18 years. And that's when I decided to focus on this solely as my main business. I let go of the horses, let go of the sheep. I kept the kids because nobody wanted them. And I focused on Forever. And within 3 years, I was making a 6-figure income. And within 5 years, I never had to work again. And it's given us the life that I dreamt of, but never really believed was possible for someone like me. And what I want to do tonight, along with Philo, is take you on the very same journey that I went through all those years ago, and to help you catch the vision, the same vision that I caught. And I know that if you see what I see and you get involved, it's going to change your life just as it has changed my life. So without any further ado, I want to take you through the opportunity tonight. But before I do that, I think it's really relevant that I point out a few, I guess, very obvious key points right now. I mean, we are living in a world that is changing on a daily basis. It's quite incredible. You know, just in this last few days, people have now been told to work from home again. They're having to balance that working from home, homeschooling, you know, working with the kids running around and still being effective, holding down their job whilst bringing a family up as well. If you think about the way that we all shop now, more and more and more of us are shopping online. And very often from a safety point of view, you know, a lot of our high streets are now closed. We can't get to the shops. So therefore, everything's happening online. You know, we have restricted travel, and that's something that is really hurting me right now. I'm a bit of a travel freak. I love traveling. And of course, we can't travel at the moment. And who knows when we will be able to get out and about and see our friends and our loved ones in the world again. And of course, we're communicating with our families in a very different way. We're celebrating birthdays. We're celebrating special events. We're communicating with each other through a screen. So it is a very changing world that we're living in. But despite that, I think we are all looking for something that we can be in control of. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we were talking about this word freedom. I remember her saying to me right at the beginning of the first lockdown in March, you know what, I don't mind working from home. I've always wanted to work from home. And when I speak to her now, she says that she cannot wait to actually get back into the office, that working from home when you are employed by a big company doesn't mean to say you have the freedom that working from home brings you when you do something like we do. So I think we want to be in control of what we do. We want to work when we want to work, play when we want to play, be with our family when we want to be with them, do what we want to do on our terms. And of course, with that, we need flexibility, flexibility to do the things that need to be done. I'm not a great believer in the 9 to 5. I'm a great believer in let's get the job done. And when the job's done, all is well. And whether you do that at 6 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night, then I really, truly believe that flexibility allows us to be present parents, present partners, enjoy maybe some of our hobbies and what have you, but get the job done as well. So we're looking for that flexibility. And I think being part of a community is really important nowadays. Being part of something which is a force for good, maybe something where we can work hard, play hard, and know that we are giving back, we're contributing as well as working hard. And also, I think we're looking for security. And this was something that I was definitely looking for when I first started looking around at my options all those years ago. I didn't want to have to live month to month, worrying if I could pay the bills each month and juggling the pots of income. I just wanted to be financially free and be secure. And I think a lot of people are looking for that nowadays. So what are our options? If we're looking for that freedom, that security, that flexibility in that community, what are our options? Well, first of all, around an existing job, or if we don't have a job at the moment, we could potentially start what I call an interest business. This is where you have a passionate hobby, a passionate interest, and you turn it into money, you monetize it. And for a lot of people, this is a great option. However, there's very rarely the chance to scale it. In other words, to multiply your income and grow your business locally, nationally, and globally. Maybe you could retrain. And this was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to go and be a vet, but that was a 7-year course. And being a young single mum, I didn't have the luxury of 7 years of study before I could make any real significant income. It could be that you're looking at a second or a third job. That's fine, but they're crazy hours and very often with minimal income. And then, of course, you can set up a franchise or a traditional business, but they require major capital investment and no guarantee that you are going to be successful. And also, you're not truly in control. You are at the beck and the call of the franchisor, even though you've invested a lot of money into the franchise. So is there another way? Well, we truly believe there is another way. And this way, we believe, is the business for anybody who has got an open mind, anybody who's looking for something that offers all of the things that we're looking for, and anybody who is ready to embrace change. And that is the opportunity of working alongside this incredible company called Forever. Now, look, what I want to do now is hand you over to a colleague of mine and let her explain a little bit about her background, how she came to be in Forever, and also a little bit about the company, the history of the company and the products. Now, Philo is incredibly successful in Forever. She's achieved pretty much everything I'm going to share with you tonight. She's also built a local business here in the UK and a hugely successful business all around Africa and the USA. So I can think of nobody better tonight than to share the first part of the presentation with you than Philo. So Philo, over to you.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you. And hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to take you through the history of the company and our amazing products. But before I do that, I want to tell you a little bit about myself and how I came across Forever. My name is Philomena Wantai, and I came across Forever through a friend who was super excited about the company. I'd never heard of Forever, never heard of the products, never heard of our mode of distribution. And in fact, I went to the first company overview out of politeness after many weeks of trying to avoid her phone calls and running out of excuses. And I'm so thankful that I did, that I went for that meeting, because on that day I was busy ticking boxes. They were talking about ways of earning extra income part-time. They were talking of ways of the training and support provided by the company. I'm a lawyer by profession. I had just finished my education, my master's, my first job. I had a lot of credit card debts and student loans. So I saw this as an opportunity to earn some extra income to help pay off my debts. And to be honest, at the beginning, all I could see was a way of earning £1,000 a month. But you know what happens in life? You make 1,000, then you want 2,000. You want 2,000, you want 4. So it's just been an amazing journey in Forever. So as I was working my business in Forever, within 2 years, the company opened up in Kenya. Can you have a Kenyan accent? I was able to go there and build a business and help my family and friends. And my business has spanned in different countries since then. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm very passionate about Forever because I know how I started. I wasn't really looking for an opportunity, but I should have been. Within 2 years, I was able to quit my job. So I've done this business full time now, 16 years. In total, I've been in Forever for 18 years, which is absolutely amazing. The time has just flown by. So now I'm going to dive into the history of the company. So Forever is a long-standing with an amazing track record. We've been trading for more than 40 years. It's a family-owned company with family values and family ethics. We're not beholden to shareholders. This is the business of the 21st century. This is a business that is not location dependent. It is a business that you can build online and offline. It's a business that puts you in control in terms of how much you want to earn, how much you want to earn it, and how much effort you want to put into the business. So we are currently in more than 160 different countries. So we show you how you can build a business locally and globally. And it's amazing when you receive checks in all these different countries. That means it's a multiple income stream for you and me. And right now we are living in a global village where you can reach out to different people using social media platforms, live stream at the end of a phone call with no cost to you. So why Forever? So Forever is cash rich, debt free. We are also asset rich. So what you can see here are some of the many Forever offices that we know own outright. So Forever, we established deep roots in all these different countries so we can be able to provide help, support, guidance to each and every one of us as business owners. So you can see our office in the UK here in Warwickshire, in top left. Top right is our office in Nigeria. For those of you in Nigeria, it's in a place called Ikeja, where we bought the land and actually built our Forever complex. You can see Scandinavia and Malaysia. And as I said, these are just a few of the many offices that we own. We are socially responsible company. What does that mean? We put people before profit. The bottom line is, how can we help people and how can we help the environment? And that's why we have continuous improvement in terms of our packaging to make it biodegradable. And also, you know, we also to make it biodegradable. So we have environmentally friendly as well. So what do we mean by that? Our aloe is naturally grown. We don't use any insecticides, pesticides, or artificial fertilizers. Also, it helps in the reduction of carbon footprint throughout the world because we have more than 50 million aloe vera plants. We also partner with very many charitable organizations. Last year, we partnered with Rise Against Hunger. We packaged more than 5 million meals and we shipped them throughout the world. So our aloe is naturally grown and hand filleted and hand harvested as well. We are the #1 grower of aloe vera. We produce more than 65% of the world cultivated aloe vera. The reason it's hand harvested and hand filleted is because we want to ensure the aloe is at least 2 to 4 years old. That's when it's very potent and beneficial to the human body. We use the rind, and that's the leaf, to refertilize the fields. In terms of traceability, you know, we stabilize our aloe within 6 hours of harvesting. We have more than 1.5 million tests every single day on our aloe. That means our aloe can be traced back to the plantations. So we control the whole stage of the farming process, from the plantations to the manufacturing, straight to you and me and the customers. So we can trace each and every product that we have in our homes, which I think is absolutely amazing. So you may or may not know that aloe has been used for thousands and thousands of years. Alexander the Great was known to capture an island in the Indian Ocean just to have access to the aloe vera plants. It's been used in ancient Indian and African medicine. Cleopatra and Nefertiti used the aloe in the health and skincare regimes. In today's date, aloe is used to treat burns as well. So it's been known for thousands and thousands of years, and that's because of the benefits of the human body. So now I want to dive into the benefits. So why do people drink the aloe, and why should we drink the aloe? Number one, it's a cocktail of goodness. It has a lot of nutrients, vitamins, amino acids. It has vitamin B12. It helps support your immunity. It also cleanses the gut, is known as a prebiotic. The gut is known as the second brain of the body. 70% of our immune system is in the gut, so it helps cleanse the gut. You get a new skin every 28 days, and that's why you can get shiny skin, hair, and nails, because it's cleansing you inside out. So we have so many products in our company. We have more than 250 products available, from nutritional supplements to weight management. In fact, last year I lost about 15 kgs with our weight management program. We have supplements and skincare products for kids. We have beehive-based products. We have everyday usable products. In fact, we have products from nursery to nursing home, from skincare to hand care, to personal care, to sports and skincare products. So we have products for each and every one of us on an international platform. So what you can see here are approval. So you can see we are part of the Leaping Bunny. So we don't test our products on animals, but we have animal products. We have the International Aloe Science Seal of Approval. You can see we have the Halal Seal of Approval. That means you can recommend these products to each and every one of us. Our products come with 60 days money back satisfaction guarantee. You see, this company would not be $2.6 billion worth. It would not be operating in more than 160 different countries with more than 40 years with this satisfaction if the products were not working. That shows you the quality that the products we have. So I've told you a little bit about the products, but we are well recognized in our industry. We've won countless and countless of awards, from the beauty products to the housekeeping products, and we continue winning global awards because of the quality that we maintain in our products, because we can trace from the manufacturer, straight from the plantations to the manufacturing back to us. So I've taken you through the products and through the history. I want to bring back Jane, and Jane has been is amazing. Is one of the top leaders in the world. Jane, you've helped countless and countless of leaders build an international business. I know you've helped me in my journey as well. You've helped lots and lots of millionaires. I know you don't talk too much about that, but you've helped countless of people. So I'm going to hand you back so you can take us through the income. Thank you very much.
Very often I get asked a question, and that is, how come Forever have been so successful? What do they do? Why have they achieved such immense global success in over 160 countries around the world? And I think it's for two key reasons. The first reason is that we're privately owned. And with that, it means that that Rex has built this incredible business, which allows us to supply products directly to a consumer. So as Forever business owners, we purchase directly from the company. And in doing so, we then deliver products directly to a consumer. That can be done face-to-face in safer times, but more often than not, it's done direct through online ordering and then delivery direct to a consumer. What that does, it cuts out all the middlemen that we would associate with traditional business. And that means that if there are no middlemen to have to compensate, it means that Rex is able to put more money into the research and development of amazing products, and equally to reward us. And in doing so, we provide a great service to our consumer. So it really is a win-win situation for everybody as far as the products are concerned. Now, the second area that is really powerful is that we share the potential of the business. And what we do is we share the product and we share the opportunity. Some people become consumers, some people who are looking to make a little bit of extra money or indeed have a change of direction, they look at the business, they like what they see, and they come join us. And in doing so, they embrace a very simple business building system, and they go out there and do the same activity that we do. And as a result of this combined effort, this combined network of excited, inspired, motivated forever business owners working directly with the company, moving product directly to the end user, and building their own distribution networks, you can see why Forever has grown to the extent it has over the last 42 years. And Rex chose network marketing as his methodology, if you like, his marketing concept to place his product alongside. And if anybody's in any doubt about the size of the network marketing industry, you know, we do in excess of 193 billion global retail sales a year and growing. It's one of the fastest growing sectors in the world today. Now, when I first looked at Forever, I can remember it as if it were yesterday. I was so excited. You know, I spent some time with my friend. He'd gone through everything with me. And I was at that point where I said, you know what? I'm really, really excited to get involved in Forever. What do I do now? And he said to me, he said, well, Jane, it's very, very simple. You register with Forever and you buy what we call a Start Your Journey pack. And I said, okay, you know, I can do that. I said, but what is a Start Your Journey pack and exactly what do you get with it? And anyway, a Start Your Journey pack is a box of product that's been put together by the company. Now, these vary in each country, and I can see tonight that we've already got a global audience, literally from Europe, from Africa, right the way through to the USA. So every country's box is slightly different to meet the needs of the locals. But this is a box of the top 10 fastest selling products and all the literature that you need to get happily started in the business. But alongside that, you get a global business license. And as Philo said, this allows you to trade in any one or all of the 160 countries that we operate in. And once you register with Forever, you get the ability to do that. Now, think about the ability to build multiple income streams. It's really liberating to know that you're going to get paid more than once a month. And I get about 40 paychecks a month now, which means I've branched out into 40 countries. You also get a blueprint, a success manual that you can tap into. You get your own web store. Now, I want to think about just that one key point. You know, I know people that have started their own traditional businesses, and the startup costs associated with traditional business are unbelievable. Thousands and thousands of pounds invested and no guarantee of success. Just setting up your own e-commerce store in a traditional business can run into thousands. But here in Forever, you get that free when you register. You get a business coach, a mentor, somebody who is there to work with you, to share with you the system, the process, and to guide you through to competency, which is something I really value because when I joined Forever, I'd never done anything like this before. So it was very comforting to know that there was somebody by my side all the time, prepared to share with me the simplicity of the system. You get access to all the online digital materials and you're part of a very supportive community. And I truly love the fact that we're here to empower each other, to nurture each other, to support each other, to give each other a bit of a push now and again, and to recognize and applaud each other for achievement that happens on a month-by-month basis. I remember investing in my business now all those years ago. What was it, some 20 odd years ago? And I invested in my starter pack. And I remember getting it home, putting it on the kitchen table, opening it up and thinking, oh my goodness, what do I know about these products? I'm just a farmer. But as I began to use them and drink them and rub them on and enjoy them, I began to realize the power of the product, and I began to share the product with other people. Fast forward to when I first started. I invested less than £200 in my business with a full money back guarantee. 20 odd years on, my business last year turned over in excess of 80. That's 80 million. Now, I don't think that's a bad return on investment. I've got no staff, no stock, no overhead. I've got a mobile phone, I've got a laptop computer, and I've got a huge desire to achieve my goals. Where else do you know that you can start a business for less than £200 and achieve what I'm going to share with you now? So stay with me, because I'm going to now show you what is possible as a result of getting registered with Forever and getting happily started. When I first got my box, I remember getting in touch with my friend and saying, okay, what do I need to do? And he said, well, one of the first things we do is we develop a customer base. And I said, that's absolutely no problem. I love the products and I'm quite happy to share them with other people. And he said to me, great, because what you need to do is develop around about, 20 regular customers. And I said, well, I can do that. And it wasn't difficult for me to do that because, we'd had such great results with the products. I genuinely wanted to share them with everybody. I wanted to share them with all the mums I knew on the school run. I wanted to share them with the friends that I went running with and riding with. I wanted to share them with the people that I was at work with. And, back then we didn't have digital platforms, but today, if I was starting brand new today, oh my goodness, I'd be sharing my products with everybody that I'm connected with online. So all we do is we share the power of the product. And in doing so, we develop a small customer base and we can access an extra £200 to £400 per month plus by doing just that. Now, I want you to think about that. There are so many people nowadays who are struggling through their hours being reduced, through being furloughed, through losing their jobs, who would really value an extra £300, £400, £500 a month. And we can very, very quickly show them how to achieve that by working with the products. But what I love about Forever is it doesn't stop there, because the next area of income is what we call sharing the opportunity. And in sharing the opportunity, we can begin to scale up our income. And sharing the opportunity was really, really exciting for me. And in sharing the opportunity, we can access an extra £600 to £2,000 per month. And all we're doing is we're sharing the opportunity and building a team. So let me explain how that works. Let's just say two people who would like to make a bit of extra money. And in doing so, we can show them how to get started in Forever and how to build a customer base. And then we can begin to scale the team. And we can help the 2 find 2, which become 4, the 4 find 2, which become 8, the 8 find 2, which becomes 16. And suddenly, if you add them all together, you've got 30 people in your team, and they're all looking after collectively over 600 customers. And the company will pay you a turnover of your entire team's productivity. And I can remember as if it were yesterday, making my first £2,000 per month with the company. It was incredible. But the beauty about Forever, unlike a job, unlike other areas of income, other opportunities, there's no glass ceiling. You can scale up your business, and whatever you're prepared to work for, you can achieve. So rather than working with 2, why don't we work with 5 and apply the power of duplication? 5 become 25, become 125, become 625. And if you add them all together, you've got 780 people in your team, all looking after around about 20 customers each, which means your team is looking after in excess of 15,000 customers. Now, what that means to you is this is where your income can scale, because the company pay you on the turnover of your entire team. And this is where the incomes of £2,000 to £20,000 per month kick in. Now, very often people say to me, but Jane, where do I find people to scale my business, to begin to grow? And I say to you, they are all around us. You know, think about the young entrepreneurs that come out of university with a fantastic degree, but they've got nowhere to place their energy, their skill sets, their degree, their learnings. Well, in Forever, we have a place for them where they can be creative and they can build a business which, you know, certainly by the end of their 20s is going to leave them in a place whereby they are completely and utterly financially secure. You know, there are many people nowadays looking for a change of direction. They've got to a place, as I did in my life, where they say, enough is enough. There's got to be more to life than working a 9 to 5. Forever is that perfect opportunity. And also there's a lot of people now in their 50s and 60s who are concerned about their retirement and are looking for a way to top up pensions or indeed make the kind of money that will give them the most incredible golden years. So really, everybody we come into contact with is a potential candidate for the Forever opportunity. And in order to scale the business, in order to grow the business, it really is down to our ability to become a leader. And that's our ability to learn a few simple skill sets like using the product, sharing the opportunity, and teaching others to do the same. And that's all I've done for over 20 years. And that has helped me create a business in over 40 countries with over 1 million people in my team. And I just follow those simple principles every single day. Now, because Forever is a privately owned company, on top of the monthly income that you can make with Forever, the company has what we call a chairman's bonus incentive. And this is where Rex takes a proportion of the company's turnover on a global basis, puts it into a global pot and shares it with people who have qualified for the incentive. And to give you some idea, in 2019, over 20 million was given away. In 2020, which we've just finished now, we'll probably see more than that given away this year based on last year's activity. And there was over 750 people that qualified, with checks ranging from 4,000 or 5,000 right up to 250,000, 750,000, and over 1 million. And top left is myself and John. We picked up over 700,000. Adam was futures and options in the city. He picked up over 200,000. Philo picked up over 20,000. Gemma and Gary, she was in retail. Gary was an entrepreneur. They picked up over 20,000, and it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. Now, in my job before Forever, as an end of year bonus, I was lucky if I got a brown envelope with 30 or 40 quid in it and a turkey. And some of you might be able to relate to that. But in Forever, if you work hard, not only can you make a great monthly income, but your end of year bonus, one-off payment as an end of year bonus, can be life-changing. And it doesn't stop there. If you enjoy travel, the company have not 1, but 2 global travel trips per year. And I know at the moment that we cannot travel, but this is the generosity of Forever. Last year in 2020, we should have been in Thailand in December, and we should have been in Sydney in April, Sydney, Australia. But we could not go to Sydney, Australia because of the COVID. However, Forever did not worry about that. They said, we will postpone it until next year, but the money that we would have invested in you to go on that trip, we will put into your bank accounts. So through no fault of their own, they could not take us to the event, but they put the money that it would have cost them to get us there, to put us in 5-star hotels and our spending money into our account. And that is so generous, it's unbelievable. And it doesn't stop there either, because if you're into beautiful cars, Forever have what we call a Forever to Drive incentive, where you can quite simply earn up to £6,300 per annum to buy the car of your choice. And again, I remember as if yesterday picking up my first car. It was a blue Mercedes, and it was after about 9 months of being in the business. And I remember getting a phone call from the MD saying, Jane, you qualified for the car program. What would you like? And I was blown away because at that time I was driving a beaten up old truck with a sheepdog and terriers and horse tack in the back. And suddenly I had the chance to get this new Mercedes. And I remember it being delivered and left on the driveway. And I could not believe that someone like me was having a car like that. Fast forward to today, at least one of my cars is always paid for by Forever. And we've got, again, over 600 people in the UK driving cars paid for by Forever from all backgrounds, all races, all colours, all religions. Some people buy cars, some people have bought motorhomes, some people have bought yachts, some people have built extensions. You know, it's entirely up to you. It's a lump sum of money that you get every month on top of your monthly income. So such a generous company. Now, as I draw this presentation to a conclusion tonight, you know, I always think to myself, you know, we've just shared with you the most incredible opportunity. An incredible opportunity, a privately owned company with incredible products, a global marketplace, a global opportunity, an incredible marketing model that allows you to make anywhere from, you know, 200 to 400 a month, right the way up to 6 and 7 figure incomes. Never any glass ceiling on what you're prepared to work for. And on top of that, you can travel not once but twice a year. You can have a new car, and you can then participate in a part of the company's turnover. And it's just incredible. And a lot of people say to me, Jane, it all sounds amazing. You know, it all sounds too good to be true. And I say, well, it is true. However, there are some requirements to building a successful business. And I think there are 3 things that guarantee success. The first one is you need to have a great work ethic. You know, this is not a great get rich quick. It doesn't happen overnight. You need to put a bit of time on a consistent basis into it and treat it like your business. Because if you treat it like your business with the help and support of your mentor in the company, you will be successful. So you need to have a really good work ethic. And for me, that wasn't difficult. I was so excited, so inspired about starting my business. I could not wait to get started. You also need to have a desire. And that is a desire for change, a desire for something in your life that maybe you haven't got at the moment. For me, that was very simple. I wanted financial security. I did not want to be at the beck and call of a boss anymore. I'd had 18 years of somebody else dictating my quality of income, my standard of life. Because a boss pays you what they're prepared to pay you. And as a result, that determines your quality of life, your standard of living. And I had enough. I knew I was a hard worker, and I wanted to do something where I could be in control of the income that I could build. And I also wanted to educate my children privately. You know, I believe in giving our kids the best start we can. And for me, you know, educating the kids had always been a dream, a passion, something I wanted to do, but I could never do that in a job. I just wasn't making enough money. And the other thing I wanted to do was build a business where I knew I was making a difference. So that was my desire. And for you, it could be similar to mine, or it could be like Philo, you wanted to pay off debt. It could be that you need a new home. It could be that you want a new challenge. It could be that you want to work towards securing a pension. You know, it could be that you want to be free. It could be one of a whole host of things, but you need to identify it. So if you've got a great work ethic and a really deep down burning desire, the only other element I believe to success is having a great attitude. I can, I will, I must, and I will not be denied. And if you bring those 3 key elements together, then I can promise you that Forever will enable you to build a life, a lifestyle, a legacy like you've never ever dreamt of, you've never seen before. I am so grateful that my friend called me all those years ago and said, Jane, come and look at this company. Because I often, in my quieter moments, wonder where my life would be today had I not been able to see the opportunity, get my questions answered, buy my box, get fully invested in the company and get going. It's been literally life-changing. So listen, I just want to say tonight that every time we share this opportunity with you, we take away something from each and every one of you. And that is the right for you to ever say anytime, anywhere, any place, ever again, you were not given a chance, you were not given an opportunity. Because tonight, I truly believe with all of my heart, we have shared with you the very finest opportunity that you can initially start part-time, locally, build nationally, expand globally, change your life, and change the lives of others one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time. This is without doubt the finest opportunity in the marketplace. I hope in some small way we have piqued your interest tonight. I hope that you have heard something that inspires you. And all I have got left to say now is get back to the person who invited you onto this broadcast tonight. Go and get your questions answered. Go and have a chat with them and come and join us, because timing is everything. And here we are at the start of a brand new year. And this is your time to shine, your time to take your future in your hands. And I can't wait to meet you, whether it be online or hopefully sometime in the future in person, and welcome you into the Forever Opportunity. Thanks for being with us tonight, everybody, and I'll be in touch again soon.